Hey there, this is Odetta Shell. We got another installment of traditional backyard barbecue on the Big Joe 3. Today we're going to show you my favorite bite in barbecue, the smoked beef short rib. To start our grill, we cleared out all the ash. Then we're going to use our fire starter cube here. We filled up the entire charcoal basket with large lump charcoal from Kamado Joe. And then we've got 3 oak chunks. I'm going to position some of our bigger pieces in a little tent over this cube here. And then we're going to run this wide open, lid open, bottom vent open for 10 minutes. We're 10 minutes in, we're going to put our deflector plates down. You can also use the slow roller. But for this one, the beef ribs can definitely dry out on you. So you want to use the deflector plates in some kind of a liquid, a water pan. And I feel like if we're going to add water, might as well add a flavorful liquid. So this is a braising liquid I had reserved from some oxtails we made, beef stock and wine. Then I'm going to add some more red wine in here. And then I'm also going to throw in some rosemary that we happen to have. And that's just going to give us a little bit more flavor into the beef ribs. To prep our short ribs, we're just going to take the top fat cap off. That is not going to render. Use your sharpest knife or fillet knife and just kind of slowly work all that fat off. And if it's your first time, give yourself a little grace if you take off a little bit of meat, but we're trying to expose the meat surface right here and take this fat off until we're left with a surface that looks just like this. And this is a choice Black Angus, plan on 1 bone per person. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of meat. And we are going to season this super liberally with kosher salt and fresh cracked pepper. I don't think there's any need for a binder. I think everything's going to sit on really nice and easy. So just kosher salt and pepper. We're going to let the meat shine, and then fresh cracked pepper. Once our grill has stabilized at 250 degrees, we're going to position our ribs right over our wine and beef stock pan down there so you can catch some of the drippings as well, leaving a little bit of space for them to be able to smoke up. And I'm going to drop a meat thermometer into the thickest part of the meat, making sure that we stay away from the bone. And we're looking for 203 degrees internal temperature on these. Looking at our vents here, we're a little less than the first hash mark up top, and then down below a little less than a finger's width. And we're looking to do about 8 to 10 hours on this cook. Just make sure you monitor your temperature and close them as you need. Now, when I'm smoking beef, I am making a beautiful horseradish sauce. So the base of that is 16 ounces of sour cream, and then throw in 8 ounces of hot prepared horseradish. And if you don't want it as spicy, you can use less horseradish, or you can use a mild preparation, but I just love the kick you get with that beautiful, fatty, rich smoked beef. And then we've got some red wine vinegar for acidity. Just kind of give that a few shakes. Then I have 2 diced cloves of garlic, and then 1 diced shallot. And then for salt, I really like this French finishing salt fleur de sel, but if not, kosher salt is totally fine. And then fresh cracked black pepper. And then we'll give this a stir just to let it all come together. And then we'll keep it in the refrigerator. You want to do this at least an hour before, but you can do this the night before, no problem. It's awesome. We're 10 hours on the cook. We hit internal temperature between 200 and 203 degrees on these beauties. They're absolutely perfect. I love watching the meat just crawl up the bones with these short ribs. So now next thing we're going to do is get them off the grill onto triple foil. We're going to wrap this up, wrap this in some beach blankets, and that's going into a cooler right there to rest for 1 hour. The ribs are out. They're still piping hot after the rest. And now we're going to slice these. You can do these a few different ways. You can slice like this, 1 rib per person. And here you see the just beautiful smoke ring, crazy juicy and tender. I mean, that is just magnificent. You could slice all the way across and chop it up, our individual slices here. But for me, this is the way to do it. So we'll do a little dip in the horseradish. That is one of the all-time great bites in barbecue. I think I'm starting to tear up a little bit. And it's not the horseradish. This is just a beautiful piece of meat cooked low and slow. We love it. We hope you enjoyed that. If you got any great tips for beef short ribs, drop us a comment. Thanks so much for watching.